Owl Drone leading the way. They will get over to yellow, but again, they're down a man and they're getting slowed down a little bit here.
That's a defensive wall that gets placed as well, trying to deny any kind of plant through that Viper wall. 10's up top, able to take Pure down critical health.
Oh, what
will eventually get wall banged out. Paint shells came through before he fell, but cannot confirm any kills off the backside. BCJ finds Zombs at range. Snipe fight was considered for Aaron, but instead XSET are just biding their time and happy to take this battle, and you're seeing exactly why they've turned this from a 4v5 into a 4v3, make it a 4v2. Trades are good, and it's all down to Dapper for the 1v3, and he will be stuck bottom containers, and XSET fight back with an absolute fury.
Yeah,
what happened map 1?
I thought they were in a lot of trouble when
map 1
makes that push
I
through
explained this yesterday, and some people were extremely mean about it, but I'll just say it again.
Kind of playing post plant from yellow at long B, but BCJ and company, they just kind of play patient. They find a couple of picks, and then they go in and fight that bottom container out with man advantage, and they win their
So the first map went to XSET, so it's filled out in a dot like this.
Close out the round, and
for
now
those of you guys
with the 1-0 lead, we are going to see Sentinels have to go for a little bit of a low buy here. They're going to put some shares.
I think you might name Nolan for the 3 months. I think the anime fans that are the most cringe are the ones who watch it dubbed only.
To kick things off for us as well, but XSET already some good information on Shazam's forward position. They were looking maybe for an isolated pick, do not find it off the tag, so things will reset, and XSET once more will start to funnel their way over towards green, over towards B.
Yeah, Shazam does retake the forward angle, though, and continues to press out over towards Belt. So, again, they're going to get a pretty decent read. That's going to be a B attack. They'll be able to make that very early rotation with Dapper and with Tens to get into back calls and get back over to B site in time for this attack. But, again, they're fighting with inferior firepower, so it's still going to be a tough ask. But Tens draws first blood.
A big first blood, but Pure catches Dapper just before the toxic screen can provide him any cover. So the trade is there, 4v4 we go. But again, XSET are not fully committing forward.
No.
Waiting for some space, and you see this kind of diagonal cross through of both of the different toxic screens that are in play for each Viper, of which BCJ will be able to get a tag onto Zombs, or at least you thought he did. Maybe you missed it just a touch there. Paint shells over the top, denies the plant, and Def has to reset. Toxic screen is up. Here comes Sentinels on their way through. Not going to find anything as Tens, and again, it's now a 4v3 favoring XSET's post plant.
Yeah, I like their patience. You know, they were able to keep an eye on the flank. They're able to use BCJ's Owl Drone to find out a player, get some ideas on positioning. They didn't rush into anything or run into some type of trap. They played their cards right, and now they're going to look to close out this round 4-on-2. Everything going their way. Pure, we're third with the no scope. Only Zombs now left remaining with little hope to find much, as BCJ will go ahead and mop it up for a second round for XSET. And again, I like that XSET kind of just showed a little bit of discipline, used that Owl Drone late in the round to get that additional bit of information, to comfortably get this plant down, and just kind of, you know, kept eyes for all the pushes and took care of business.
And the thing that I'm really enjoying the most so far from XSET, granted we're 2 rounds in, is the fact that they're showing an execute towards B, but they're waiting for all of the Sentinels' utility to come through before they commit for a plant. And they've been happy to take these fights from the backside of yellow, kind of over towards the green alley, and Sentinels, they're committing forward to try to stop the plant from ever happening, but that's all by design for XSET. They're happy to let you come forward and essentially just take the 1v1 gunfights. Now this time, Sentinels showing some aggression. Shazam able to find one headshot to that. BCJ early Hunter's Fury comes out. Not going to find anything, and Sentinels will confirm first blood by the way of 10's Vandal.
Just getting that forward presence on A side. This time it actually nets them a frag, and they're able to fade back with it here. Now they're
Shazam actually talked about it in an interview yesterday. He really wants to teach Tyson like discipline and playing smartly, not just kind of going in like crazy like they did before. And also, you know,
a couple of Spectres in the Bulldog, and I feel like they got caught early.
Reyna's pretty good on this map as well.
It was such a
He's a really good IGL.
That's what it really is. They were able to make a good rotation and get some big frags. BCJ, though, maybe opening a way back to at least get a spike play on this A side. They stalled out enough that instills some doubt. It gives them an empty A site for a plant.
The later Toxic Screen coming down will allow them a chance to create some separation, and now it's down post plant. But Sick wants to challenge this early, finds one. Second, over the corner. Sees that there's a second player nearby, now to the Spectre, and he reads where all 4 players are now for Sentinels. BCJ confirms one of the eliminations, but this would have to be an ace, and the snake bite is going to push him out into the angle for Shazam, and that will be enough for Sentinels to get the defuse and find their first round.
Yeah, just again, superior firepower. That round was in Sentinels' hands. They were able to get a pretty
for the $3 long
read thanks to a recon that it was a full commit early.
I don't have enough energy to do that right now.
Was able to stall out and, you know, kind of force Sentinels to respect mid a little bit to at least get in and get a spike play. And
I'll do a sheesh if Tyson gets an ace. How's that?
Still, we're not able to fight through all that Sentinels had to offer as we come into now round 4. Sentinels looking to try to tie this thing up quickly. Again, they're looking to get a little bit aggressive with Shazam's Phantom on the A side. This time we're going to see that wall off in the rush under 2 from XSET. Looking to get into that side container very early on under Kitchen. At least that's how they're setting up.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is... I would have agreed with you. I was expecting the same call to come through, but no toxic screen down yet, no motion yet. Now finally, again, XSET is just waiting for this utility to come out early. There's the wall. Over the top. Here we're going to read some information that there is somebody sitting in the top mid. That's Dapper who's trying to contest, and we'll at least catch some information. Sick on the cross, right through the grid of the backside of the site. Able to find one. Wall banging onto Zombs.
Haven't
again,
actually
the
seen
trades
a
are
walk
good.
so that Tyson likes hearing
once
it when
more,
he plays.
XSET allowed to
Yeah,
plant,
he does.
And it's going to be down to what can you find from behind here if you're Shazam, because he might be the only Sentinels player that has not been revealed as of yet. Will give away his position as he finds BCJ. It's just down to Aaron. Timing of this peek through the walls is going to be everything, and unfortunately gets a little bit caught underneath green. That will be enough for the defuse to come through, and Sentinels will tie us up.
Yeah, so the Sentinels will be able to get a pretty good read. When you see that wall go down and you see that player, you know, boosting up on top of the tube, you kind of know what you're in for, and it's all about.
How do you guys feel? Do you think that this is an attack-sided map, or if this is a defender-sided map?
Getting into good positions and just coming out on top in the exchanges, and that's exactly what Sentinels were able to do. Able to pick up on that pretty quick, able to come out on top in some of the key fights, and now they find themselves tied up here with XSET. Again, winner of this series is guaranteed a playoff spot. A lot of stress off your shoulders, no longer needing to qualify for the next step, and you'll get a little over a month to prepare for that playoff. And so, yeah, a lot to be gained here, avoiding that lower bracket matchup that comes up next.
Depends on the team. Yeah, I agree. Calm.
We are going to see Zombs trying to shut
down
the aggression with this wall, and that snake bite. Owl Drone comes out to try to still allow XSET access to Long B.
Oh, but is there really any kind of access, because Tens is playing forward with Zombs, and yeah, they will collect these kills pretty easily.
Nice, Tyson!
And beyond that, the paint shells will linger maybe a little bit longer than BCJ was expecting. So 4 kills in the first 14 seconds of the round. There's the 5th.
Oh.
Clean stuff from Sentinels, off some more aggression, this time through the B side of the map.
Yeah, it's so hard to play through that Viper utility defensively.
Yeah.
You know, if you're XSET, the only thing you can hope for is that you get the perfect read with that Owl Drone. That way you know what you're up against as you're trying to force your way through the snake bite and through that wall. And unfortunately, they did not get the read on Tens. And to make matters even worse, Shazam pushes out A side and gets a pick, so they don't even have a fallback option at that point.
I think you push help for the 2
clean sweep for Sentinels, basically. They come into this round now with 3 ults at their disposal. Here, going to have to settle for daggers into this one. The rest of his team will be able to rifle around it, however. And again, they're looking to try to put some waters at Long B early.
Nickel boy,
you know, for me, I would say, you know, why not? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The first couple of rounds look so successful for you, but now they're going to have to be using this Owl Drone to scout things out early through green, knowing that there was aggression in the last 2 rounds for Sentinels, so they will not have that normal tool. Even beyond that, Sick has been freed up by the Owl Drone of Dapper, so now there's another sense of aggression from Sentinels, but in a different part of the map than XSET have seen.
Yeah, well, they know that Sick is this deep. He had a bit of a crossfire, too, with Dapper, but Dapper decides to back off to help kind of reinforce this B side, and for good reason. BCJ
I thought that teabagging was banned. I don't know why. No, wasn't there, like, talk about it? That they wanted to ban it?
They've watched for the push through A side, as Zekken's been here the entire time, making sure that Shazam wasn't doing anything crafty in this area. Recon Bolt goes out in middle from Dapper, doesn't get a read. And so now they're a bit spread thin. They don't really know if this is a mid push under 2, whether this is an A attack. They really don't have any information. They have to just kind of wait it out and hope that Shazam can maybe get a pick and get a read. But actually, it's Dapper able to get a pick out in middle somehow, and a res.
Oh, this is all looking really dangerous with BCJ. He earned the Hunter's Fury off of the ultimate orb. Dapper sneaking his way to the rafters, able to find second. So numbers still good for Sentinels after the resurrection comes through, but BCJ and Aaron do have the ability to try to clutch this 2v4, knowing that they've got a Viper's Pit for the post plant. Will Dapper even allow them to get this spike off? Here comes the Boombox first and foremost, and then Sick. Secondly, over the top, finds the eliminations, and that's 2 rounds where XSET, they try to get this attack towards A, and I think a lot of it is because the conversation revolves around the Hunter's Fury. They earn it for the 2nd time. That's the 2nd time they've gone over towards A.
Yeah, I mean, everything was looking great for XSET in that round until the Fire Nation attack. Or, more directly, the fact that they were able to get such an early pick through middle and a res, and that just changed the man count entirely.
What the fuck?
Right? Just, you know, I really thought that they had that one under wraps. Again, they had the 5-on-4. They were denying information everywhere. They seemed to be able to just look to strike into Shazam on A side, just overwhelm them, which what I thought was going to happen. But instead, they
this
lose
is like the same guy that was like, yeah, I was playing Spike Rush with my girlfriend.
From that point forward. Now they're up
with my girlfriend. My girlfriend.
And because Pure had used the blades,
there were a lot of short, like,
where the rest of his teammates
you guys remember that?
He's going to be the only one with the rifle here.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
So from one
like, how
heroic
does you playing Spike Rush with your girlfriend have anything to do?
Sentinel's going to be tested at B once more, but there are 3 members here. Again, this Viper utility can be difficult
it has nothing
to get
to do with what he was trying to say. He just wanted to let you guys know.
Dapper as well, including a potential Hunter's Fury if they want it. Def is looking to plant, but Zom spamming through his own utility finds elimination, and that will mean there will be numbers once more for Sentinels defensively.
Yeah, looking good. They're up against inferior firepower, and they're getting the job done, stalling out this B attack. They already had the rotation in as well. Here's Tense, has mid covered.
I need Benji for this.
If there's any type of fallback, they'll know about it. So it seems like are going to be able to kind of force XSET just kind of commit, but they're getting red out here by that recon bolt. Ten's able to pick up on Pure, just adding to the man count now for Sentinels. They're just stuffed. They cannot get this plan.
Not a lot of motion that could happen here.
Oh, no.
So, second sneaking through does take care of Shazam, so this operator continues to change hands. Aaron, mid-map. 30 seconds going to be the last hope here for XSET. But for Sentinels, again, really good recovery here since the opening pistol and follow-up round. They have been able to battle back, even in some really sticky situations over the last 4 rounds.
Yeah, they won a 4v5 last round, so, I mean, that just kind of was a little bit of an added detail to that. Looks like now, they'll win this round with maybe 3 players still standing at the end. Tens might get found out. Nope, never mind.
I think you in for the 100 bits.
Some of these rounds have actually been convincing from Sentinels, too, like surviving with 3 or more players. In some
I should brim and raise.
Really starting to heat up here on ICEBOX.
Don't start the show with me, dude, please.
Try to force that map 3 and keep themselves in the conversation.
Just imagine if the Valorant community turned, like...
Seen them, try the 5-man press. Seen them try to go for the under 2 brush with the stage wall. We've seen a couple of their different set pieces already in play, and they're starting to get shut down a little bit. So I'm curious what's next. What does Def and company come up with tactically to try to give them a key adjustment?
It could just be tempo
there are
and pace.
edits.
They're moving a little bit more quickly.
Have you guys seen that weird edit?
Oh my goodness. Heck of a flick onto Pure, so again, first
Did you guys see that edit of like the Phoenix going, I want to see naked or some shit? It makes me feel so violated.
For a second time.
Have you guys seen that?
20 seconds there for Pure back
on TikTok. You have. Okay.
For Sentinels.
Absolutely.
It's the voice actor? No fucking way. It is? That's why. It's so disgusting.
To kind of keep things under control on the B side of the map. And
yeah, I'm thinking about how you look naked. Oh my god, it's so gross.
To stack the break, to force Sentinels to respect mid and force them to have to come and help Zoms out a little bit on B. And now they'll come in with the showstopper. Def also finds an entry. They're starting to gain some space now for a plant, and they put the Viper Spit down, but they're still under a man. And now
the kills are so good for Sentinels. They can challenge
this. I'll play for chat after,
Then all go in at once if they want to. Definitely just get spammed through wall itself. Aaron over the corner. Not good. Expect Sick to be that close. And an expensive round for XSET. Not just the weapons, but 3 different ultimates come up completely empty for him.
Yeah, the res got immediately canceled, and then the Viper Spit gets absolutely shut down. So you're very spot on there that they spent a lot to gain very little. And they lose that opening player to Shazam, and then the res gets crossed out by Tenz's paint shells. Again, they're in a 4-on-5. They try to stall, which is the right thing. It broke open the A-side stack, but they still just could not get an efficient trade. And now, wait, 3 marshals?
Yeah.
Interesting.
My eyes got pulled that way as well, and I was like, there's no way, right?
This is a little bit unorthodox, to say the least.
See. Sam sees the cape of BCJ, trying to throw shoulders. Sick is able to find 2 more. Def does find 1 response, but again, it feels pretty negligible considering the circumstances for 2, and Sentinels are full rotation.
Yes, I found it.
Yeah, Spike is down here towards the back of A side. Def could go back and collect.
I'm thinking about how good you look naked.
Headshot there on the Dapper, gets it into a 2-on-2.
No, I'd like to fuck you.
Aaron will come up and find the Spike and be able to bring it over if they so choose to go into A complete. He's also maybe looking at a little bit of a mid-lurk option, but the problem is...
It scarred me.
They are more than prepared for it here with Zoms' positioning.
And so I thought I'd scar you too.
Oh boy. Aaron's gonna have to find some timing mid-map or something. It feels like that's the only realistic everything here for XSET. I was about to say, it's just,
there's no
I don't know how you work your way through. Yeah.
They're just gonna have to brute force their way through something with low firepower. They're gonna have to hope they can get another pick with Death Marshall.
For the sub, and thank you, Sick Messy, for the sub as well.
Tens may provide an opportunity. Didn't quite happen. Tens good for the double. And after the pistol and the follow-up, it's been nothing but Sentinels. So 7 straight rounds here, and now all of a sudden this first half is looking a bit out of reach here for XSET. You need to find a way to bounce back in this round, right?
He did give them the opportunity, to be fair. They just didn't seize it, you know?
That's fair.
He took it for himself instead, and now Sentinels are just shutting out.
I don't know old Emily. Oh, no.
XSET here. 7 rounds in a row, and most of them quite decisive, if we're honest. But now the full buy is back for XSET. Operator in the hands of Pure. Looks like, once again, they're maybe looking to try to put some pressure on middle. Out the stage wall, though, this time. They're just looking to maybe kind of use Pure's out to be the one to do it.
Op will be scouted out. Aldrone will see that information. Shazam, very aggressive through A.
Wow, yeah. He's pushed this gate area a couple of times, and he's been successful with it each time. And, well,
nice.
I mean, he has been such a thorn on their side, on the A side of the map.
Yeah.
Man.
They look so much more confident now. It's great.
Now, again, Def. First one up, potentially towards B.
It's
4v5 situation. Something has to start coming successfully for XSET, because this has not been the categorical XSET that we've seen over the last couple of rounds. And Aaron has actually gotten to a pretty forward spot. He could maybe contest an initial defender here on the corner, which would be Zom's and always going to get caught in the middle of the Viper's pit play. Now Sick, trying to find the response, able to find the elimination, but the play still stays alive. And, well, Pure will have at least enough space to try to get a plant down, but the wall going up will actually push him off for just a moment. And then right back to action. Shazam will at least get some information, but this will be a post-plant 3v4.
That's the thing that sucks about, like, popping your Viper ulti chat. Is once you pop it,
Shazam already finding Pure
you're delayed for a bit. So you always want to try to hide around, like, a corner of it. Nice, Tyson. Not a Rosa ult. Beautiful, beautiful.
Was the long con under 2. He gets his 1, but I mean, that's all he's doing. Sick will be able to defuse, no problem. I could see what was going on there from XSET. You notice they didn't use their Viper wall right away. I think they were actually trying to position it a little bit deeper inside the side so they could actually cover back calls as well, maybe even threaten that. We actually saw Sonics do that in the qualifier. It was a little bit of like a new use of Viper's wall. And I have noticed in some of XSET's games that while most teams will almost always just put the Viper wall down B every single time, they like to have Aaron hold on to it until more into like the mid-round. That way they can use it for A attacks if they want to actually wall off screen. Or, again, to set up maybe a deeper wall. But this round, he will spin it right away at middle. They're going to look to just go for a heavy A press.
Defensively, it's Tens and Shazam. Both of your duelists for Sentinels. Aldrone denied early. Tens sneaking on up towards pipes. Pure with the blades, looking to be the first one in. That can also throw the page shells, and no one has been able to see any information on where Tens is positioned. That will stay the case as Shazam finds another impressive first blood. Down low, Tens able to find one. Now immediately after the second for Tens.
What the fuck?
The late rotator will confirm the fifth and final kill. And Sentinels 9-2 up. And, well, I'll tell you this much. Going into this last round of the half, there's not a lot that XSET are going to have to play with.
My brain barely registered that he was there when he went up zips.
This time, that's the first time they've used that Pipes position. And Tens goes unchecked because they can't commit resources to check it. They're so focused on Shazam, who, again, has had so much impact with this operator, whether it's aggressive, even if he's had to play back, he's still finding picks by just doing these little quick maneuvers.
Oh my god.
And just sets up Tens to be the snake in the grass up top, and he pops off 3 without even really being looked at, if we're honest.
No, like, I don't get it. My brain can't register fast enough. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Look at the difference here for Sentinels. 2 players. They're tube and middle, looking for early information mid-map. Zoms playing in the tight corner. It'd be fine for him to find one. Not gonna get anything though. X had an opportunity to move a little bit more quickly over towards B. It's just down to the question of will they know that or not. Sick might give them at least some of a tip of the cap there, as both slow orbs will be used early. Shazam missing on the knives, at least a couple of them, and he does actually back away somehow, some way. Sick still solo defensively over the top. Tens. They're now trying to assist as they collect for one.
For the sub
but XSET have some good control of the site, but actually not going to be able to get the spike down. And the bomb is actually down to really pretty awful spot.
Tins is doing such a great job buying time. He's gotten a couple of really big kills. Dapper, though, gets caught in the rotation. Now he's stuck in the shock dart, and he will go down. Great play from BCJ, now putting Shazam in a really tough 1v3. Oh, does get the hit on here, but not the frag. Does find Def, though.
This is still winnable. He's got some damage down. Does he actually swap to the AR at his feet? Looks like no for now. Wants to try to find an angle to get the operator. He's seen BCJ's cape. Under's Fury's going to come out. Shazam's been able to avoid this completely.
Oh my
BCJ's just throwing this out blindly. Shazam up top now, an opportunity maybe to find an angle onto BCJ. Turn this into a 1v1, but BCJ holds inside the container. Oh, nearly gets Pure, but the snapper from Pure allows his third kill, and XSET.
Oh my
it turned into a 3-9 half, which is not going to feel very great, I think, if you're XSET.
No, not at all. They got shut down 9 rounds in a row. They just fit in the very last, and that's it. Obviously, they had the pistol as well to kick things off, so at the beginnings of a good half, but once Sentinels got their economy back in order, they were just shutting everything down again. Shazam, I think, was the X factor, whether it was shutting down the A pushes or just getting quick flanks or just giving his team instant 5-on-4.
And that's the thing that's really nice about Tyson too, is that, like, yes, he's extremely mechanically skilled, but having that IGL that has a lot of knowledge and is able to
Sentinels firing on all cylinders, showing you why they are the best team,
create the highest potential in you as a player is amazing.
Even after a tough first map, they bounce back and they show
you guys know what I mean, chat? I think Tyson could be like,
just give the full stage.
Tyson doesn't, I don't think Tyson's at his peak yet. No.
They go pretty flawless at the first
I think this will be really, really cool.
I think that's it's the only with the only data to go off of. Yes, would be that.
Aaron up close and personal, working with Pure, and XSET defensively come away with the first 3 kills. Pure going to be tested, though, as Paint Shells will be right behind him. I think that's actually from Zekin, and it is. Yeah, he'll find the final 2 eliminations. And that will be enough for XSET to quickly take both pistols here on ICEBOX.
Yeah, desperately needed one as well, considering
yeah,
how
it's good
far
that
behind
Shaz
they are.
gives his winner takes so he doesn't get too greedy or cocky. No, exactly.
On ICEBOX.
You know what, though? More than
65%
anything else, I think it's so impressive that Shazam can still be a duelist
Very
while IGLing. Like, that's crazy, chat. It's not that I don't think you guys understand. The whole scope of IGLing is so difficult. Like, you guys know when you play like ranked, for instance, and you're just vibing on your own, and you might not be playing well. Well, this guy has to play while he's directing 4 other people what to do.
Success with this in the first half, and once more sees
like that blows my mind.
The Yell drone will push him back. Shazam looking to get very quick. Viper's wall will allow him to
move
very far forward. Sit looking for the plant. Will use on barrier orb to come down. Pure no scoping. Pure for 2. Looking for a 3rd, maybe even a 4th beyond that. Would have been incredible, but. It's still 3v4. This is still doable for Sentinels, all things said. XSET trying to clear. Even exchange kill coming through, but now it's just down to 10. Finds one off the ropes, looking for more down low, but BCJ's superior firepower will win the battle, and XSET will take the 2nd round.
Still a lot of ruckus caused by Sentinels for such a low investment. They get a spike plant and 3 players down.
Oh, and IGL is an in-game leader. Sorry.
Firepower in this next round.
I should explain that.
Double digits immediately. Really just comes off of getting that wall down, getting that plant, some cool shots from Pure. That's for sure. Definitely helps set up the retake, but
I think duelists are easier roles to play.
Them despite the victory. So yeah, 4 of their 5 rounds have now been.
I agree to a certain extent, but when you're IGLing, I think it's tricky.
They need to get something else going. Yeah. Absolutely. Now this bonus is
going
to be a
Sova or like other like Sentinels, for instance, you have a little bit of time to set up.
4 players initially for XSET's defensive setup will be at A. And it looks like they actually want to try to move forward. Yeah, the recon dart will allow them a chance to get some advanced positions defensively around A. That's the whole play. It's just BCJ. He uses that recon dart to push them forward. Pure was there just in case they needed help, but now there's some really good defensive control over the A site.
Yeah, the cost, though, is that it allows long B control the Sentinels pretty early. They already have the wall down to cover their access to the site itself. And so
I do this IGL
kind of
can set the tempo
out
better though.
vulnerability
That's true.
in this
Instead of waiting
defense.
back.
But Daph
Wow.
pushing through A catches sounds on such a perfect timing. That's now going to constantly be something that Sentinels have to worry about in this 4 and 5 is being flanked and how quick it may come. They're prompted to have to hit B hard and fast now. They still yet to find an entry.
There is still a practice just to keep this defensive rotation safe, but it doesn't actually go up.
I think easy.
Aaron and Def with the first 2 to fall. Pure still finding value out of the Marshall. Keeps most of this B site cleared up.
Oh my god.
Spike is down in the more traditional default spot. BCJ finds an elimination simultaneously. 10 still dancing with the devil on the backside of Snowman.
at this
We'll
play from
collect the
Shazam
spike
as well.
for trying to get a play. Yeah, this is all about the timing, and the Aldron's going to scout out 10, so this has to come through quickly.
Oh
One
no!
kill there, not going to get the second. No spray down, and Zekin for 2.
Oh no!
Now the bonus, that's successful for XSET. They're
Oh
right
shit!
back in this game all of a sudden.
That was a
that was
KYEDAE.
just so down the time.
That was a
if that
KYEDAE right
drone
there.
just comes a second later, Shazam probably gets to flanking
my God.
before Tins
a
gets
KYEDAE.
darted, and that could be a very different story at that point. But really well done by XSET to
That was a
manage
KYEDAE
that
whiff right
situation,
there.
getting that
Shit.
early pick and capitalizing.
I'm watching.
Just really never letting Sentinels feel comfortable in the site to get a plant. They were just constantly winning really key fights all across
Maybe my
that B
skills
side.
seeping into Shaz right now.
Winning a big
This is not
bonus
good.
round. Able to now upgrade off the back of it, put Sentinels on the Sheros and give themselves a chance to close the gap early.
I really have to give a lot of credit to XSET. I mean, we shouldn't be surprised by the level of gameplay that they've shown, but I know probably a lot of the audience is, just especially against the caliber of opponent like Sentinels, but really love the setup just to get that A control, and then eventually the timing for Def. It just all went together really nicely. They've showcased us that a couple of different times, but now they're going to have to respond to the offensive aggression of Sentinels as they make their way onto A.
Yep, Spike going down, Sick getting hit up hard, but does still fit it through. And they have a 5-on-5 post plant, but again, they're only on Sheros. They have no ults available yet. It's going to be a tough hold.
Top though, Sick. Sees a couple of heads.
Oh.
Opportunity, no. Second, denies it. Shazam earns the 9, but immediately put down.
No.
Dapper though, working this for even exchanges. BCJ on the ropes, just wiggling back and forth to allow Aaron to sneak down low.
What the fuck?
That'll be enough for the defuse to come through to halfway, and I imagine BCJ will get the rest of this. And that will
I
put
love you,
XSET
Tyson.
now
It's
on
time
7,
to
but going
wake
into this
up,
next round, Sentinels
guys.
should
Let's
be the full purchase, and this
go.
is going to be a
Let's
very
win
pivotal one
this.
towards what this map will look like at the end.
Absolutely.
Tyson, 21-9. Well played. Good job. I feel like
Here we
over.
go. Big round up here. Can XSET complete the closing of the gap, or now that Sentinels has full firepower, can they start to make their march towards the finish line? We're setting up Shazam to try to get a quick op pick over towards A side.
Wake up, Tyson. He's already
Trying to
awake.
maybe even put some mid presence with their Viper.
Oh.
So they're playing out spread. They're not committing to anything early.
At least they're able to buy again.
Opening his Viper's pit will definitely throw some consideration into the conversation of what Sentinels want to do.
Right.
You also have Def, who is pretty far
Oh
forward
my
over
God.
3, but does get
Shaz just
tagged
got
down.
killed.
While First Blood
Fuck.
with Pure's Operator does get confirmed, so XSET early numbers, and
You're right.
Tens is still
Sick
thinking
does
about
have
how do I
res.
clear out this Viper's pit to give us some extra options.
Yeah, I mean, that's a real big ask of him. Shazam gets caught. They're able to at least get the instant res and keep that operator in play. Pure, though, on the other side. Again, making it very difficult for Sentinels to find any type of forward progression. He's
And
got a
they can
good
have
angle on
direct
top
magic to the
container. The Viper's pit's basically blocking the rest of the access to the site.
Doesn't
They
Sentinels
have
have an
depth
instant
covering
way
long
into
B,
Berlin
Solo's
because
gonna
they
have a
won
very quick,
the last Masters?
read if they
No,
try to
they
pivot
have.
backwards. They have their Sova, BCJ covering mid, so
They
they can keep
qualify
this
for
3A
the largest
defense in
tournament
place
at the
and
end of
keep
the
that
year.
Viper pit flowing. And you
Yeah.
can see Sentinels
They get
cannot
your
find a
PR
way
for
in.
the
They're forced to back off, and again, they have no idea
They've already
what's
made
going
it to
on
the
elsewhere
biggest
on the map.
tournament.
They've used
So
both
it's
shock
not
darts,
like this really
the
matters.
boom bot, and the paint shells
But-
to try to push back anybody in the Viper's pit or find kills. None of that comes through, so
Yeah,
now
whoever
it's
wins
just going to be
Berlin
down
also
to the vanilla
qualifies,
gunplay from Sentinels to work their way over towards B, and they get scouted out by the recon dart. Massive BCJ converts into one elimination. Also has the Aldrone to scout out where Shazam is, but does he expect Tens to his left? Tens could still actually open up this play from behind. Yeah, the numbers are not going to be great for Sentinels, but they've got some pretty good positions. But all the showstopper coming through. XSET deny the plant, and now it's just down to Tens. Not going to find anything. Another really solid retake from XSET.
Yeah, really well done. Again, they just shut down that A side of the map and burnt so much clock as Sentinels were still trying to see, can we find a way in? They knew that they didn't really have a foothold anywhere else on the map. They didn't know if they were getting pushed out long B. They were trying to commit to the cause. They got the res. They were trying to keep that pressure on, but again, they just could never find it. Were
I'd love
forced
to go to
retreat and
Berlin.
Try to pivot into
I have
something
a lot of
late
friends who
B,
live in
but
Germany, so
like you said,
I'd
have
go
to do
visit
so
a
with
lot of
limited
people.
utility at their disposal and no real information. And so they wind up getting shut down, and now they're back to Sheros once more. A great opportunity for XSET to tie up this thing and keep that 2-0 dream alive. I mean, it is definitely well and truly on. Again, they have never beaten Sentinels in a best-of-3, and Sentinels are on a 16 best-of-3 winning streak, including no match dropped at Iceland. So they've already broken the the streak on Haven. Can they do it here on ICEBOX as well and snap the series streak?
Opening barrier orb defensively placed through tube. You thought for a moment that with the wild drone to follow, this was going to be an aggressive play through XSET through the middle of the map. It's a little bit delayed. They're now getting the read that this is going to be a play over towards A. The defenders will start to rotate to reinforce. Pure and Zek can find the first eliminations, no problem. Considering the paint shells was Zek just to see maybe there's an opportunity to deny any sneaky plants, but that will not come through whatsoever. Looking like a Flawless is on the cards here. Second up top, trying to confirm that. They're chasing down Zombs. He's got nowhere to go. And Flawless is indeed in the cards for XSET to tie us up at 9.
Indeed, not a piece. And so now with Sentinels back onto a Vi, what is going to be the adjustment? You know, again, they're a team that likes to play that very explosive style. They're going to try to finally just force something through long B with their own Viper utility and that of Dapper on the Sova. Do they try to go for, you know, the wall out under tube and try to put that mid pressure on? You know, I feel like something has to give. It looks like they're going to keep Shazam trying to keep that pressure on A with Jet, but they are definitely looking to commit more resources on B control early. But will they know about Pure's Operator being the perfect spot to perhaps counter that first player through?
First time we've seen this setup from XSET as well.
Exactly.
So Sentinels are going to have to try to sneak this right. Aldron's coming out. Does it see both? No, it just gets the tag onto Aaron. Pure is still concealed.
Yes, yes, they saw it. They saw it. They saw it. They saw it. Nice, nice, easy.
Beautiful isolation from TenZ. Great first blood for Sentinels in a pivotal round.
Fucking easy. Look at that. We got the Opera. Easy shit.
That owl drone on Pure's location. TenZ able to capitalize on it. This will prompt them to push the showstopper into the site. The rocket goes into space, but second will put up a bit of a rope.
We didn't see that, chat. It's okay. Don't fucking worry about it.
More massive. I mean, that made it a fifth member for the defensive XSET. Dapper still committing to this play, though. Wants the Hunter's Fury to come out. The Spike is rotating behind this at the same time. So looking for a timing on this rotation to Sentinels, and they may have just grabbed it.
Yeah, they have to back off here and bring the Spike over to A side. The good news is they put so much pressure that they force the full-on rotation. There is no one here standing to stop this Spike from going down. And they're having to be very careful even as they try to rotate through middle to set up this retake, as they don't know who might be lagging behind from Sentinels to catch them. Indeed, Dapper is playing the backside of A to try to watch for that very flank.
Not a lot of tools here from either side. ECJ just yeeting himself forward, nearly gets Sick off guard, but the self-sustain will come through. Sick will turn that into a second elimination. Trying to work from the high ground. On the backside is Dap. Looking for timing to pinch this one up, but Shazam responds. Sick as well for 3 kills. And a massive round for Sentinels as they break the ice back from the lead up 10-9.
And despite getting hit by that boom bot, they put so much pressure on B, catching Pure early, forcing that rotation, and able to double back into an empty A side.
Not really easy.
Well done.
Easy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now they go up to 10. They're keeping that third map in the cards. XSET can buy right back up, though.
I think you ton stuff. No, guys, I'm actually talking to my manager right now about setting up a tournament. I'm really excited.
Default from Sentinels.
I want to.
Multi-prong pressure, trying to get some long B control.
I want to do a tournament. Valorant tournament. Like $100,000 tournament or something. But I don't know what the maximum prize is.
That's big. Sick gets the res and gets full long B control off the back of that drone. And it didn't really cost them much to do it. And so now they get to keep kind of that multi-prong pressure all across the map. And they don't have to commit, and they can really keep this defense kind of spread thin for a mid to late round gather. It looks like they want to go be the Spike, certainly pivoting that direction.
How do you extend
again,
sub? I actually have no idea.
Sure they're keeping that pressure on A to not allow
I know, I've done it on my phone before, but not on the computer.
For BCJ. Not going to see too much. Def tag down extremely low through the middle of the map. Has to use the healing orb maybe earlier than they would have liked. Recon bolt comes out for Sentinels. That denied. Sick quickly off the wall. Looks for an opening peek. Not going to see too much, but does catch that there are a couple of members, and that's going to be against Sentinels looking for a timing to rewrap this back. The only defender here is Pure.
Yeah, again, such a great job just doing a bit of a double feint there, creating the rotation again.
Nice! Let's fucking go! God, Pure, fucking get better. Holy shit. Sorry, that was so toxic.
This is tough. I don't. The conversation is going to be based on if they can find this first elimination.
Nice, Tyson.
Not going to happen. TenZ denies second, and what a map TenZ has
well
had.
Played.
ECJ finally puts a stop to him. Shazam up top, able to take care of Aaron as the Hunter's Fury will start pushing people away, and Shazam just floats right on in. takes advantage of the ultimate being pulled.
Let's go, Shaz.
11-9 up, and now the question turns up to the banks of what XSET still has to afford.
My goodness.
Yeah, I feel like the big adjustment here is that XSET have not been playing as forward on B, and we're starting to see Dapper get a lot more value out there on that long B sides, opening up
I
that
can get really
forcing
toxic,
rotations
but
out of XSET to respect it.
I don't feel like
it's creating
shit.
vulnerabilities on the A side
and I
that
like
Sentinels are able
everybody,
to exploit.
so.
However, look at the gamble from XSET this round. They are looking to get hot and heavy on A, probably aggressively with 3 players. It's going to be a little bit vulnerable to start. That might be the adjustment they need to get proactive and make magic happen. But look at this, the rock, paper, scissors battle.
Pro players,
it's the under 2 push by 6.
I think he bobber to this one.
Bombs gets tagged down low.
Oh, nice.
Second, same could be said about him as he's down to 20 HP. Healing orb quickly. Sick, caught out, denied. XSET now 5v4 early. That's the only Spectre they had on the floor, now turned into a rifle. Big news here for XSET for their arsenal.
Yeah, big catch there to get Sick down with that owl drone, get a 5-on-4, and they still have their 3-man A defense in place. It's been unchecked. Zam good for an entry, but Pure and Def respond very rapidly.
That is a huge kill from Pure. Dapper slid through the ropes. I don't think anyone saw him, but Tens is inching closer to 30 eliminations. You almost feel like him and Shazam together could clutch this 2v3. 45 seconds on the clock. Spike is down. Pure knows Shazam stuck in a corner, wants the angle. And they're even going to force the resurrection into the mix just to make sure that, again, the economy stays safe. It's just down the 10 1v4.
You're scaring me.
Luck. There's the first.
30 seconds left.
Nice try. Into.
The way that Shazam and Tins have been playing this map, you did maybe fancy their chances to pull off the 2-on-3, but thanks to the res and the good positioning from XSET, they're not going to be unseated there. Now they have a showstopper coming into this round.
Nice.
As we take a look, we can definitely see how
2 maps,
much impact Shazam are having on the server. Sick, not lag too far behind.
Take a look at that.
Plenty of ults in play here.
I don't need to watch that
particularly for Sentinel side. They can get a plant. That Viper Spit could be massive. They have a res available. Tins is only 1 away from a showstopper to kind of cancel out second. So,
thanks for
big moment.
Thanks for the update.
Here we go. You wanted to see XSET maybe get a little more aggressive towards B. Wall, Snakebite, all being used. Boombot, Owl Drone to counter. That's still holding his position. Shazam up top, tag down low. Do they know that 6 in the back corner? No, they don't.
Nice.
Sick finds 2. Now it's just down to Kanzek get here to try to stall this plant for as long as possible. Tries to break through the wall, cannot find the kill. Sentinels successfully get the post plant.
Yeah, it's
I'm not even kidding you guys, chat.
5-man commit through the Viper utility and just go out swinging, and they come out on top for a plant. And now they're whittling away this retake. Shazam from downtown with the operator strikes into 2, leaving BCJ all by his lonesome in a 1v4 with no real hope at stopping Sentinels from finding map point.
Moving around the back, maybe trying to get this operator. I don't know if he's able to survive with it. Shazam is very aware that this could be the play, watching this tight corner. Sure does. Shazam, 3 kills, 2 impressively on the take.
Like how?
The 3rd to clean things up, and Sentinels a round away from sending us to yet another map 3.
Indeed, they're looking very close to it at this point in time. You'd kind of count on it, as that map would be split with XSET starting out on the defense. Only 1 more round required to do it here from the Sentinel side of things. They have looked so sharp here in this second half. There's been a bit of a scramble, though, from XSET here recently to try to get back into it.
I'm actually a bit surprised. This is just like random forethought. We haven't seen a single tactical timeout at all yet today from either of these 2 teams.
Yeah. Definitely noteworthy. We are going to see Pure have to pop the daggers to have some good firepower here. And there's the wall from Zoms onto A. They're looking to follow it in. Drone leading the way. Pure gets started. He's forced to dash out, leaving Death stranded and taken out.
Yeah, that's not great news. Shazam's even watching the flank in with BCJ. Will come through. BCJ does still keep this play alive. And Zek in. Showstopper up top. Clears out 1. BCJ a 2nd from the flank. Maybe an opportunity for a 3rd. The double peek comes through, but BCJ gets the double! Oh my God! What in the world was that double up for BCJ?
What a play from him, just putting the team on
Why
his
do you
shoulders
wide
and
swing
trying
like
to
that?
carry them
So
to the finish line
weird.
there. Beautiful flank. A decisive strike from Sentinels onto Ace.
Why you do that? That is so
around,
weird.
Shutting down Shazam,
I've
who
never
had
seen
the
someone
angle,
do
just
that.
out-dueling everyone. And then this
That was
transfer from 6 Zoms.
Oh
definitely
my
a flick
god.
of the day candidate you'd have to
He dived
imagine.
turtle.
I'm sure he's made both of his parents proud, who are very much supporters of him and this team. They watch all
That
the
was
time. I see them on the
insane.
social media tweeting
Well
at me.
played, honestly. Holy
I'm sure
shit.
they're going to crack a smile over that one. It's certainly a step in the right direction for Sentinels to force an overtime here.
Let's go.
Tactical timeout. You called it. It finally comes into play.
Thank you, Poop
And
Done,
at
for
the
the sub.
perfect
And
time,
thank
as
you,
Sentinels
Shan,
know
for the
that
sub. And thank
they
you.
need to get
I already
this
said
one.
that.
They need to avoid that
Okay, we're
OT. Try to get this to a third map as quickly as possible.
Let's go.
I mean, that was so brilliant from BCJ.
I have never that's
Gotta be the flick of the day, right? That's gotta be the aim
absolutely,
labs for
dude.
sure.
That might be flick of the game, dude.
Oh,
Like,
I mean, that was an absolute beauty, especially because it was a transfer. I mean, yeah, come on.
unbelievable.
Go ahead and chalk it up, production. That's gonna be the aim labs for sure.
Yeah, we're
sure
taking
Aim Labs
over
won't
the
mind.
stream. Yeah, we're taking over the stream. We're making the calls
We
now.
got this chat.
Our decision now. We're the captains.
I think we have this chat. I hope.
Unreal stuff. So now 11-12 the tally, and we're gonna have even weaponry again. Shazam's gonna be pulling out the blades here with just the classic to play with. At least that seems to be the conversation point. And this is XSET trying to force this to OT. So Sentinels, they have the Resurrection to also play, and maybe that is a determining factor of how they want to set up this offense.
And also, I mean, with the daggers, it gives Shazam the long-range
Sick.
option, so we can get the Spectre to be, the more the close range. So I like that as well. Still gonna have.
I'm glad they're
a
able
bit
to
of
buy.
firepower to work with, even
So
if he
that's
can't
good.
himself an
Let's do
upgrade
this.
off the back of the daggers. And yeah, the res could definitely have a pivotal role in all this.
We
but
need
so
to give
could
vibes. Let's
Aaron's
go. No, we
Viper
got
Spit.
this. Don't worry. We got this. It's easy.
So I'm not sure if they're gonna want to use the Viper Spit early.
Thank you. I'm gonna get you for
Yeah.
the
Just like
thank
control
you,
one side of the
Katie,
map.
LXX
Like they've
for the
used
prime,
it on A
and thank
successfully
you,
once, and they've also used it to
Rojoy
block off long
C
B in the
for
past. So
Thank you.
they could go with either option, and that would allow them to
If
kind
one
of
of
be a
these
little bit more
teams
heavy-handed
loses, is
elsewhere with
there
their
a lower
firepower.
bracket?
So
Yes.
yeah, I'm kind of curious,
There
what do they want to do, or do they want to save it? And trying to jump into a site for a retake. Shazam trying to go for a pick, almost caught a little glimpse of something over there over the long B wall, but not quite. That would have
Thank
been
you, Kaiser, for
very
the
nifty
3
if we could have
months.
pulled that off.
They're gonna try to run through this poison cloud. BCJ. Call his number again. He's gonna get information off this. Is there gonna be enough help here though for him is the real question. Shock Dart comes through. Does he even need the help? Second Shock Dart comes in the mix. That's gonna find, again, more damage to come out. BCJ knows that there's more players here. Paint shells beautifully placed. Recon bolt will be denied. Sentinels are a bit stuck.
Yeah.
But they do survive it, and that might be more important than anything else, considering there haven't been a single elimination off of
The
this.
thing is, Sentinels throughout this half have been constantly kind of putting that cloud there at middle to instill some conditioning, I guess you could say. But it's been read so well from BCJ, trying to use the wall to make a play here. And Shazam, in the meantime, they
Oh my God!
he misses
No.
every
Shaz.
single dagger. And BCJ and Second combined for 2. And oh my goodness, this is getting spicy.
Pure, gonna be tested. Does he doesn't see the corner? Shazam
What?
tries to just sneak across.
What the
Spike
fuck?
has been
That
collected.
is so
The defense is
scary.
all over
The
the place.
timing on
And
that.
of course, Pure's gonna know that
Holy
there's
shit.
threats right on either side of these doorways.
Oh, smart backing up as well towards Spawn, just staying alive. Death has been caught, though, and Shazam will use it to get the dagger out. Now they're a man ahead. Spike gonna get planted at A. A tough retake now for Pure and Aaron, but Aaron
Okay.
at least able to get in a position here at middle. It looks like, despite all the efforts of BCJ at middle, the OT might be averted.
Shazam.
I think we got this.
Aaron trying to clear.
Easy.
Tense finds his third
Easy.
elimination. It's just down to Aaron. Knives will miss. Dagger cleans up. Sentinels clutch us away right at the brink of what looked to be a certain overtime. We'll see
Nice.
ya on Split.
Easy peasy. That wasn't easy peasy, first of all. I'm kind of bullshitting there. That was a good game. I think you hacked it. This one. 5 months. That was so scary. I feel ya. Thank you, Gamber, for the subs on. Wait, I want to know events that are coming up. August. Click on NA. Right, I'm so stupid. Wait, so this is the one that's going on right now. So the Challengers 1 is what qualifies for Challengers 2? But then why is there Challengers 2 and Challengers playoffs?